There's a really interesting beef taking place between hip-hop icon Eminem.
First thing I want to say is Eminem is obviously a gay man.
And conservative influencer Candace Owens. If unaware, Slim Shady released a new album titled The Death of Slim Shady. Rumor has it via the Detroit News. If the units keep selling at this rate, he could topple Taylor Swift for the top spot.
It's very sad that Eminem cleaned out his closet but never came out of his closet.
So Owens goes straight for the jugular, throwing shade at Shady. Why exactly? It likely has to do with a section of his song Lucifer. He likely saw this clip.
For Eminem, the once hardcore rapper, it seems that he is getting older and gayer.
Where Owens again calls him gay. And she did this because Vivek Ramaswamy, then a presidential candidate, rapped Lose Yourself. Eminem would send Ramaswamy a cease and desist letter objecting to the libertarians' use of his track.
And one of those people that they're not going to listen to is you, Eminem, because you're just so irrelevant.
Let's just keep this in mind, because the fair question to ask is this. If he is so irrelevant, why spend a segment or an entire video on him? The lyrics, let's work our way backwards. He raps, laugh at her like them crackers she's backing after her back is turned in a cute MAGA hat with her brand new White Lives Matter shirt, if one is unaware.
Kanye West, he decided to showcase his new Yeezy line during the Paris Fashion Week. And of course, it had to be this. Yeah, White Lives Matter. That's great. He partnered up with conservative advocate Candace Owens.
It's a reference to this.
Now, during the showcase, some models walked the runway wearing White Lives Matter attire. And of course, Ye is no stranger to controversial attire. Everyone knows this infamous look, which is Kanye West donning the red Make America Great Again cap. And here's another photo from 2015. He's wearing a Confederate flag on his bomber jacket.
This is where we shout out the great Yasin Bey, a man who has worked with Kanye on previous projects, when he put out a rebuttal shirt that you see on your screens. Eminem's next line of disses goes as follows: call her Grand Wizard, Candace, or Grand Dragon, or like the national anthem, I won't stand for the tramp. Let's break this down.
I actually don't have any problems at all with the word nationalism. I think that it gets, the definition gets poisoned by elitists that actually want globalism. Globalism is what I don't want. So when you think about, whenever we say nationalism, the first thing people think about, at least in America, is Hitler. You know, he was a National Socialist, but if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. The problem is that he had dreams outside of Germany. He wanted to globalize. He wanted everybody to be German.
She would go on to praise the Big H. Eminem likely paid attention to Owens' previous work. As Christine Rosen notes, early on, Candace gained a ton of fans as a YouTuber under the name of Red Pill Black, posting provocative videos with titles such as I don't care about Charlottesville, the Triple K, or white supremacy. From Michael Harriot, Owens doesn't believe in systemic racism because she's never been a slave in this country, her words. When it comes to anti-blackness, she is as remarkably consistent as the angry throngs that spat on third graders desegregating schools while painting the civil rights movement as, quote, violent. She would go on to defend Kanye when he vowed to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, writing, if you are an honest person, you did not find this tweet anti-Semitic. It's outrageous, but that's her bread and butter. Shock value. In addition, she embraced Donald Trump's lawlessness while castigating Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and black victims of police brutality as, quote, thugs and criminals. For Owens, the January 6th insurrection was, quote, virtually nothing, while the Black Lives Matter movement, quote, is about black anarchy. She told a congressional subcommittee that white supremacy and white nationalism is not a problem that is harming black America, close quote. Furthermore, Owens appeared on The Breakfast Club and said that secret Jewish gangs terrorize Hollywood, favorited a tweet about Jews imbibing Christian blood, and posted, you can't serve both God and money. Thus, does one understand Shady's dig at Owens with the Triple K stuff? Probably. Where some have a problem, however, is this line from Marshall Mathers. And Candace O, I ain't mad at her. I ain't gonna throw the fact B-word forgot she was black back at her.
I don't feel comfortable when a white man is going around calling this black woman the B-word.
On his new album, rapper Eminem says that Candace Owens forgot that she was black. Now, I'm not saying that he's wrong. I just don't like that he's the messenger.
I also don't like when this white man, Eminem, is going around calling basically this black woman an Uncle Tom, saying she ain't black enough. I'm going to remind you black because you're not performing blackness properly. Now, let me be clear. We might say that. We might say that on our group chat. I might argue with Candace and debate Candace publicly and say, look, this is anti-black.
You know, you give white guys an inch and they just take 8 miles.
Mark Lamont Hill would have more on the dig that didn't need to be.
Eminem is a visitor to our culture. He made his money and his career off of black people, black cultural production, black lives, black music, black traditions, black culture, but he thinks that Candace is an eligible black person because she's not black enough or because she doesn't do enough for black people. I have a criticism of Candace Owens and her relationship to the black community. I have a criticism of how Candace Owens moves through the world as a black person. Not that she's not black enough, I just don't share her political vision. But you, white man, should not be walking into our culture. I don't care if you've been here for 20 years now, you have been. Longer than that, 25 years. I don't care. You don't have a right to come in and call this black woman out her name. And you don't have a right to tell black people that they ain't black enough. How dare you?
Via Vibe, Owens would say it was strategic on M's part, saying in the video, I'm doing this because I want to help him go viral because this is sad. I want you to feel sad for Eminem because this is just not the way for someone's career to go down the drain. And I want us all to do our part to help make Eminem relevant again. At the very least, he can be relevant just by me speaking about him. And he understands that. She'd go on to say, I was honored when Dave Chappelle made fun of me because Chappelle is in his prime. Grandpa Shady is just depressing to me. Eminem should retire or evolve. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYT Sports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day. Calling out elite people in comedy should be the rule of thumb.
I think Donald Trump's hair is actually another creature.
Yeah.
The hair's like going, good night, Donald. Good night, Donald. There we go.
Maybe it goes out. It goes out and makes money while he's asleep.
There is something about punching down that feels taboo, and punching up is the way to go.
Crack's not really my thing, but if it was, it would be fine if I was on that side.
Wow.
Don Jr.'s on coke.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated. I'm a very stable genius.
It is very important, the work that the Jordan Kleppers are doing, the work that the Good Liars are doing, the work that our team here at the Turks are doing, and many more.
What he does, he secretly puts the marker on the end of the putter, and then he looks like he's marking it, but really, now the mark is 3 feet closer. That's a way easier putt.
He cheats a lot. That if you cheat at golf, you cheat at life. The saying goes for Donald Trump.